In a small, modest neighborhood in the United States, there lived a young black boy named Jamal. Dreaming of a better future, he aspired to continue his studies and become a lawyer to defend the oppressed. But the path to his dream was full of obstacles, and his family struggled to make ends meet. His father, Robert, worked hard in a factory run by a white manager, Mr. Wilson. This man did not hide his racism and treated his black employees with contempt. He refused to give them raises, overworked them, and imposed unfair conditions. Although Robert was a dedicated employee, he earned only a meager salary, just enough to feed his family. Jamal saw the fatigue and frustration in his father every night. He knew that without money, his chances of going to college were slim, but he refused to give up. Every day after school, he helped his father by doing small jobs, delivering newspapers, washing cars, or helping neighbors carry their groceries. Sometimes he even stayed up late at night studying under the dim light of a street lamp when the electricity was cut off at home due to unpaid bills. One day, he decided to talk to his school principal, Mr. Carter, to explain his situation. Touched by the young boy's determination, the teacher suggested he apply for a scholarship. Jamal worked hard, carefully preparing his application, but when he needed an official document confirming his father's income, Mr. Wilson refused to give it to him, claiming it was unnecessary. Mr. Wilson seemed to take pleasure in making things difficult for black employees and their families. Discouraged but not defeated, Jamal looked for a solution. He spoke to a local journalist who investigated the working conditions imposed by Mr. Wilson. The article that was published caused an uproar in the town. The manager was pressured and forced to revise the wages and conditions of black employees. Not only that, but the attention on the factory also caught the interest of a human rights lawyer who decided to take up the case against the company. As the case gained traction, more employees came forward with their stories of mistreatment. The factory owner, realizing the negative press could hurt his business, decided to intervene. Mr. Wilson was fired, and new policies were put in place to ensure fair treatment of all workers. Robert, along with several other black employees, finally received long overdue raises and improved working conditions. Thanks to this victory, Robert was finally able to get a raise, and Jamal received the scholarship that allowed him to continue his studies. However, his journey was far from over. College brought its own set of challenges. Despite his scholarship, Jamal still had to work part-time jobs to cover his living expenses. He often found himself juggling between studying for exams and working long shifts at a local diner. During his time in college, Jamal joined various student organizations advocating for racial equality and workers' rights. He interned at a law firm that specialized in labor law, gaining first-hand experience in the fight for justice. His dedication did not go unnoticed, and he was offered a full-time position after graduation. Jamal became a lawyer and dedicated his career to defending the rights of discriminated workers. His first major case involved a group of hotel workers who were being underpaid and mistreated by their employer. Drawing from his personal experiences, Jamal fought tirelessly and won the case, securing better wages and working conditions for the employees. His fight had paid off, proving that perseverance could overcome injustice. As he stood in a packed courtroom, delivering a powerful closing argument in yet another landmark case, he reflected on his journey. From a young boy struggling to afford school supplies to a lawyer fighting for justice, Jamal had come a long way. His story became an inspiration to many, proving that no matter how difficult the road, determination and resilience could change lives and entire communities.